Making headlines, President sends a message of condolence to Cuban President following the plane crash in Havana. Maldives states Israel's disproportionate use of force against civilians has gone unimpeded too frequently, and such actions undermine the United Nations and directly negates the global efforts to achieve a lasting peace in the region. And international aid campaign announces To Gaza with Love to help the Muslims suffering in the Gaza border as part of the first event of With Love projects.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nasma Abdul Mohsin and this is PSM News. President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum sends a message of condolence to President of Cuba, Miguel Diaz-Canel Bernal, following the plane crash in Havana. In his message, President Abdullah Yamin said he was deeply shocked and saddened to learn about the crash of a Boeing 737 airliner in Havana, claiming the lives of over 100 passengers on board and critically injuring others. In this regard, President Yamin said at this time of distress, the government and the people of the Maldives join in thoughts and prayers for the grieving families of the perished victims. The President conveyed heartfelt sympathies to those injured in this tragedy and wished them a speedy recovery. Maldives states Israel's disproportionate use of force against civilians has gone unimpeded too frequently, and such actions undermine the United Nations and directly negates the global efforts to achieve lasting peace in the region. Speaking at the 7th Extraordinary Summit Conference of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation (OIC), which convened in Istanbul, Turkey, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Maldives, Dr. Muhammad Asim, strongly objected to the decision of the U.S. to move its embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem and urged member states of OIC to actively engage with countries that are considering moving their diplomatic missions to Jerusalem with a view to dissuade them from doing so. The foreign minister also underlined the long-standing position of Maldives, unequivocally supporting the establishment of an independent and sovereign state of Palestine, with East Jerusalem as its capital on the Palestinian lands, with pre-1967 borders living side by side with Israel. Furthermore, Maldives co-sponsored a resolution that was tabled in the special session of the Human Rights Council to establish a commission of inquiry to look into the violence in Gaza. A large number of heads of states and government, including Palestinian Prime Minister Rami Hamdullah, King Abdullah of Jordan, and Kuwaiti Amir Sabah al-Ahmad al-Jabir al-Sabah, participated in the summit meeting. The summit condemned criminal actions of Israeli forces against the Palestinians in the occupied territory, while calling on the international community to uphold its legal obligations to defend the international law and order as they relate to Palestine. The summit further condemned inauguration of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem and called upon all member states to openly condemn such action, to pursue all available legal and diplomatic avenues to defend Palestinian rights from all hostile and illegal actions, and to support decisions adopted recently by the Palestinian leadership to advance the Palestinian rights. International Aid Campaign IAC announces To Gaza with Love to help the Muslims suffering in the Gaza border as part of the first event of With Love projects. IAC revealed $20 can be donated as part of the project to sponsor a daily meal for a family for 10 days. IAC added donations from Maldives can be deposited to accounts opened at Maldives Islamic Bank. At least 63 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip were killed and about 2,800 wounded over the past few days in confrontations between Israeli forces and Palestinian protesters against the decision of moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. Maldivian ambassador to Thailand Mohammed Nasheed reveals arrangements to travel without visa between Maldives and Thailand will be finalized within 2 months. Noting discussions held to arrange ways of travel without visa between Maldives and Thailand have now been concluded, Ambassador Nasheed stated necessary negotiations were also conducted during the recent trip of the ambassador of Thailand to Maldives, Chulamani Chatswan. Furthermore, Ambassador Nasheed highlighted the Maldives embassy in Thailand is functioning well, adding the embassy prioritizes on strengthening relations in sectors such as business, culture, tourism and education. Thailand has been in recent years become a significant trading partner of the Maldives. The Maldives established diplomatic relations with Thailand in 1979. Public service media PSM signs Maldives Airports Company Limited as the associate partner of its FIFA World Cup coverage. At a ceremony held, the agreement was signed by the Managing Director of PSM, Ibrahim Khalil, and Managing Director of MACL, Adil Musa. Addressing the function, Managing Director Khalil noted, MACL is a close partner in every project conducted by PSM and appreciated the support of MACL. He assured the participation of MACL will further assist PSM World Cup coverage in efforts to deliver a full World Cup package to the public. Speaking at the function, Managing Director of MACL Adil Musa said, MACL is delighted to be part of the World Cup coverage since it is one of the most prominent international football competitions that interests Maldivians. Adil Musa lauded the efforts of PSM in preparing and bringing the World Cup coverage to the public. Mid-year is the peak period of possible dengue outbreaks in Maldives. While dengue fever is a complex disease with multiple viruses and an extremely versatile and efficient vector, it is important to take necessary measures to prevent an outbreak.
Dengue fever is a mosquito-borne tropical disease caused by the dengue virus. Symptoms typically begin 3 to 4 days after infection. This may include a high fever, headache, vomiting, muscle and joint pains, and a characteristic skin rash. Dengue vector dynamics is strongly influenced by environmental factors, population dynamics, and climate change. Despite these challenges, dengue is a preventable disease. The solution lies in a united and sustained effort from all. Health Protection Agency HPA advises the public to rest, drink plenty of fluids and not use any medicine other than paracetamol, in addition to immediately seek expert aid if the fever exceeds 3 days. While there is no particular vaccine to prevent dengue fever, the best way to prevent the disease is to prevent bites by infected mosquitoes. HPA urges to empty out spots in and around households where stagnant water accumulates, keep roads clean, properly cover dustbins, use mosquito repellents, and close doors and windows of houses at sunrise and sunset to prevent mosquitoes from entering. A lot of factors that lead to favorable conditions for the spread of dengue and emergence of outbreaks lies beyond the scope and mandate of the health sector. Therefore, dengue control and prevention require a truly committed multi-sectoral engagement with strong support where every partner takes full ownership and responsibility of their domain of work.
And that's all we have for you right now. Thank you for watching. Have a very pleasant day.